Good morning and welcome to this, the making of Himza, a special behind the scenes look at what goes into making a Himza video. So we start with the raw material, which is, on this occasion, it's going to be Himza being interviewed by he's being interviewed by Rona of Scotland Tonight, and this was when he was health minister. So we'll, I don't think it was that long ago. I think it was like November or November or something like that, 2022. But I think we can make good copy out of this. So the DaVinci Resolve is a product of choice that we're using. So to use it, there's had some updates recently, which is quite good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transcribe this audio. So it's going to go and do some work for us. And I'll cut out some of the boring stuff, and if I make mistakes, and well, if I make mistakes, I'll leave them in because they're funnier. but let's if I don't do scripts, all I do is I listen to him, hear what he's had to say, and then do my voiceover in place of what he said. Sometimes it bears absolutely no relation to what he said. Other times it's uncannily accurate. So that's looking at the clip, and it's what it's doing is just going to transcribe everything into written speech for us, which is quite good from the point of view that it'll chop it up for us, or it can chop it up for us if we want it to. Right, so let's see what we've got. It's come up off your screen, but I've got it here. I thought it was supposed to split it up more for you in the text, but that's not quite as good as I would have hoped. I might not use that. In which case we'll go back to the old method. Yeah, I think we'll just yeah, okay, let's go back to the old method, in which case we just drag old Himza in. And then we see what he's got to say, and what we have to do is we have to cut him up. So we've got to cut out all the stuff when she's talking and he's not, so that we can slip our voiceover into the right position, obviously. Little cut there. You can imagine you can imagine the response this was going to get. He looks like a sad puppy, doesn't he? Or a baby seal, ready for the clubbing. She's talking over him a bit, I don't like that. It's always a tough winter for the NHS. Always. We were prepared. We were. He's like a wee boy. He's like a wee boy being talked to by the school teacher, isn't he? Oh, good. Surely you weren't. I might actually just leave that in as is, because there's no point in me. He's doing a good enough job. He's doing his own voice over here. It's not a target, it's an aspiration. It's 95%. Yeah, 95%. Pre-COVID, Doug. Pre-COVID, Doug. Yes, you are. You are very much insulting our intelligence. Oh, did you hear that? I'm not. I don't really agree with you, but we'll let that one slip. Yeah, that's what she's saying there, basically. Nobody says Hogmanay unless you're from Edinburgh. And you're not from Edinburgh, Himza, you're from Glasgow. You should be saying Hogmanay. It just came to me straight away. I'm going to use that. Oh, I nearly knocked over my lamp. 5-year plan, that's like the communists, isn't it? 5-year plan.
Your plan.
If you won't be around for 5 years, Himza.
Say years. What cost?
Hold on, sorry.
It's a 5-year plan.
If you say years, see, the problem is you're not going to be around for 5 years, Himza. You can say it'll take years because you won't be around to implement it, because put in a 5-year plan and you're here for what, another year max?
Years. I think it'll take years.
It'll take years.
I've always been up front, and I think
you've always been front. That's all you've ever been, front.
And GPs don't. That's bound to put more pressure on the A&E departments, because that's where the first thing they'll do. My question to you would be, has any thought been given to having GPs open at the same time as NHS hospitals?
No. Next question. Fully for you.
Okay, we've got another question now, and this is from Helen about waiting lists.
My name is Helen Hanna, and I would like to ask Himza Yusuf, is there any hope of having my hip replacement surgery this year? I've been waiting.
No. You heard it from the horse's mouth. We paused all elective care.
Kind of non-urgent.
She's not impressed, is she? Okay, whatever you say.
Okay, the next question, if you just want to swipe. Point to make, which is, are you or the SNP specifically at fault here? But we're seeing, for example, these
Who else can possibly be at fault?
same issues.
Health is fully devolved. Remember, people, health is fully devolved.
Plague health services in Wales.
Labour, England, Conservative.
And People these really are concerned.
Be the best you can be.
Health Secretary. Best across the UK.
I'm great.
Health Secretary, thanks very much indeed for joining us in Scotland tonight. Thank you.
Right, so that is first run through. And what we've done is we've chopped up Himza and her. So we can then replace, like for instance, that's a Himza bit. So that will go down just now. That's a Himza bit. That will go down just now. Because we're going to leave... We're going to leave her bits in. Himza bit. Right, okay. Yeah, so it gets a bit tedious, but I'm separating out basically. Why is that so big? Right, so that was her talking, wasn't it?
The best person.
Yeah, so this is him.
Response with.
Yeah, he's a yak. Yaggity yak. Yak. Let's make it a bit smaller. We can do even more.
Hands on the surface. In January, I did a
Oh, nice cutaway to Himza, considering the man's question.
For those that are waiting longer. So how long's Helen?
Have to be.
Helen's got a comment. I mean, it's a shame for the woman, but she's got a comedy voice. Terry, he's like a Thunderbirds puppet, Terry, isn't he? And I'm not being nasty to Terry. I'm just.
What do you think of Terry's idea then?
Well, look at thank Terry.
Right, okay. So what's that? That is my Chasing Dissent logo, isn't it? So that needs to go right to the very end. That's where that goes. Yeah. Right. Let's sort this mess out. You made a mess here, John. Yep, sure have. Made a bit of a mess. Right, let's get all these video tracks back onto the right. So that's it all there. So I can move. Oh, hold on. Wait. What happened? Hold on. Hey, what's going on? Right, we're back. We're back recording, are we? Yeah. Coffee. Okay, so we've made the quick as you can see, we made the kind of quick cut up thing. Quick, he says, half an hour, mate. That's not exactly quick. What else do I want to do? Right. Well, we're just about ready to start the voiceover, so this is where it all gets fun. So let's start. Right, so we're going to be a light. And this is our audio tracks. And we go all the way back to the beginning. There we go. And the question was, the NHS is broken. So that's fair. That's fair. There's enough to be going on with there. So what we do is we set our input for that to our mic, and we're going to, so audio 2 is going to track 2. Audio input, our microphones, it doesn't matter what one we pick because we're soloing anyway, is going to audio 2, so we just patch that through, and then we can arm it. And now I can hear myself in my headphones. You might hear an echo. I start to talk like a ree. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. So, what I do now is I turn off Resolve so that I don't hear myself coming back. And get ready to do the Himza stuff. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Himza has entered the building. Here we are. I've just got to think of something to say. Thank you, Rona. As you know, Health Minister and potential First Minister here in the making, hopefully one day, maybe when Nicola sees fit to stand down. But I can't agree that the NHS is broken. It's just not working. I mean, there's many things that we can do to try and fix it, but it just doesn't work right at the moment. So we'll throw more money at it. We'll put more people in it, and then we'll try and make them actually do their jobs, and maybe that will help things. There we go. So that's that segment. That's how it goes. I'm probably happy with that, to be honest. And then I move on to the next one. So you thought there was loads of script writing and, oh, well, I'll say this, they'll say that. No, it just comes, it just diatribe. It's just like Himza himself. It's just a diatribe of shite. Right, hold on. I need to listen to what he's got done. I need to hear what the next question is. So here we go. Right, Dr. Morona.
Bad are things currently within the NHS in Scotland? Challenging, but we're certainly seeing some. But we're certainly seeing some easing of pressure. I think the 4 to 6 weeks over the festive period, the winter period, those 4 to 6 weeks, I think, were probably the most difficult, genuinely, the NHS has ever faced in its existence. And that's not coming from me. It's coming from nurses, doctors, cleaners, porters.
Question was, how bad are things?
Bad are things currently within the NHS in Scotland?
How bad are things currently in the NHS in Scotland? Rona, bad doesn't even start to hit the sides of it. It's an absolute disgrace. I mean, we've got people queuing up in hallways. We've got ambulances taking 11 hours to come and visit people. We've got people missing operations for like 5, 6, 7 years. It's done. Right, the end of that was rubbish. So this is what happens now. So I listened to this pants back for like 5, 6, 7 years. In fact, I could probably kill it at that, because the last bit wasn't really necessary. Right.
But you knew it was going to be a tough winter. You knew that COVID was still hanging over. Shouldn't we have been prepared for that?
We were prepared, but there's only so much mitigation.
So, kill that. So he's talking nonsense about things getting better, how he failed to prepare and all this nonsense. So let's go with the failed to prepare theme. We'll run with that. Just hold on a minute, Rona. It's not a question of failing to prepare. It's a question of doing proper planning, and you know what they say, isn't it? What they say, fail to plan, fail to prepare, and you'll. I forgot to turn that off, so I'll turn that off. I'll go back to record, and what'll happen is it'll just lay another layer on top of that, which will overwrite it, but it won't overwrite it. It's still there if I wanted it, so you can actually do loads and loads of different voiceovers. I mean, some of them I've gone 6 deep because I've just been that bad. I just happen to be brilliant today. Get it right first time. Yeah, okay. Whatever you say, John. I hope you're enjoying this. I'm having a blast. And you guys thought I only laughed when I was drunk, didn't you? And I'm not. I'm stone cold sober. Right. Let's carry on. So yeah, here we go. This is a bit cruel, but yeah, well, we had to call out the vet, and the cat was really terribly sick. I don't know quite what happened to it, but the service was great, and we took it along to the animal hospital, and it was repaired and back with us the next day, no problem. It's as if it never happened. Right, so there's something. Let's see what's next. What's he saying next?
Progress. We're also making progress on waiting times and long waits in terms of those that are waiting for elective care. We're going to continue to do that. So,
in fact, it gave me brilliant ideas, because the way their setup was working, it was way better than what we normally do in the NHS. So I thought maybe we could use some of the techniques and the tricks that they're doing to bring down waiting times to help people in patient care, to get more people. In fact, we could maybe just hire some vets. Why not? Having used the 111 service, it's absolute shite. Right, let's see what Rona's saying now. Oh,
this is from Helen about waiting.
Helen's a joy, isn't she?
So how long is Helen going to have to wait? And people like Helen.
Right, okay, let's get brutal. Let's get a wee bit brutal. Well, first of all, Helen, you got to help yourself a wee bit, doll. Lose a few pounds. Take some weight off that hip, because it's going to last a wee bit longer if you take some weight off it, and then we can spin it out a bit longer. Because 3 years is nothing. Come on, what do you think we've been dead for the last 3 years? We've not done anything. So 3 years is nothing. Just wind back. So if you had to wait 3 or 4 years before, you're going to have to still wait another 3 or 4 years. So that's going to make it 6 or 7 years. That sounds reasonable to me. So there you go. I don't see the problem, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're having to wait, but you could always go private, because then you go like that, wouldn't you? But well, that's that, Helen. I mean, what more can I say? These people just, I mean, they want something for nothing. You think they were paying for this? You know, you think it was a public service. It just doesn't work. Hey, okay, I like that. That's fine. It's a bit brutal, but hey, that's what the job is. Right, next question. Oh, it's the
Health Secretary, thanks very much indeed for joining us in Scotland tonight.
Thank you.
there we go. So that's a voiceover done. So now we can mute audio track 3, and we just go back to the beginning and we play it through, because see this figure here, this integrated 18.5. We want that round about. We want that down about 16 or something. Well, no, we don't. We actually want it down about 14 to 15 for YouTube, because then YouTube doesn't muck about your volume, and you don't get that annoying where one video is quieter than the other. So I always try and hit between 14 and 16. Let's start. Let's start at the start. Let's see. It helps if you turn the audio on. Hold on. I'll kill that, and you'll stop the echo.
Said the whole health and social care system in Scotland is broken. There is no way that the NHS in Scotland can survive in its current form, can it?
Thank you, Rona. As you know, Health Minister and potential First Minister here in the making, hopefully one day, maybe when Nicola sees fit to stand down. But I can't agree that the NHS is broken. It's just not working.
Lots. If you just want to pick up the iPad.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I think this is a good copy. That looks fine. And the levels look fine. I've got a little bit of modelling on the voice there just to get it more into the Himza sound of things. Let me see, what we're going to do now. Right, so there's a couple of things I want to do to the video, because we want to, I mean, we've stolen the video. We've not stolen the video. We've used the video from Scottish TV's YouTube channel, which is fine because you're allowed to use other people's YouTube stuff. And I would say this is pretty transformative. This is transformative. So I think fair use covers this. No problem. And it's in the public interest because we're now telling the truth. So first of all, we want to get rid of this Scotland Tonight thing in the corner, because this isn't Scotland Tonight. This is now Chasing Dissent. I've only got one video track, a subtitle track as well. We need to do subtitles as well. There's still loads to do. Right. So we'll add a track. Let's drop in Chasing Dissent. Let's add a generator, solid colour generator. Okay, so we'll just add a solid colour generator, which will be this. So that will just be black at the moment. And we can resize it. So just hit the transform, click on it, and then we can resize it. And we'll put that up there, and we're just going to cover that. We're just going to cover that. And that'll just sit there and cover that. Right, okay, so that should be fine. That's a generator. And then we can put Chasing Dissent on top of it, right? And again, we can resize that. So we can bring that right down. So it's teeny, tiny Chasing Dissent. And we'll bring it right in there. And we'll make it a wee tiny one. Teeny, tiny one. See the trouble that we go to just to make things look good for you. Right, so how's that look? Let's move it a wee bit. Yeah, that looks all right. That covers that up. And then we don't like these big ugly things here. Pick a screen colour. Screen colour's going to be a bit dodgy, isn't it? So let's go with this. Okay, that's horrible. But and you know, and I know there'll be video editors out there who are much better than I am and more accomplished, who could say, you know, you can clone and track that and fill it all in that way. And yeah, you probably can, mate. But really, I'm just want to do this quick and dirty, and then I'll just stick Chasing Dissent over it. Yeah, why not? Oh, I want it on top. Yeah, of course I want it on top. Of course you do. So to get it on top, you got to put it on top, don't you? You donkey. Yeah. Oh, what did I do there? Ah, come on. Right. Let's go back to that and copy that again. Should have put this in an adjustment clip. If I'd done this in an adjustment clip, it'd be so much quicker because just do it once and then just copy the whole thing across. But again, I'm lazy and I'm doing things the wrong way, which takes more time, which is crazy. You know, don't do it my way. Don't do what I say. Just watch and enjoy. Right, where were we? What are we doing now? Oh, so that'll be back over there. Yeah, so that one's over there. So we'll go like that one over there and just drag it out a little bit. Right, so that covers that. And then we can take Chasing Dissent and bring it down a tad and then just put it there. Now, if the camera doesn't change, that's going to be fine. Does the camera change? I'm not sure if the camera changes. Let me just drag that out. Right, so let's see if everything moves. Alt, copy. Let's have a look. First frame. There we go. That's what's gone wrong. So let's get rid of them. Because we've got that new clip now that will do that part for us. Last frame. So we'll just drag that out to there. Anyway, let's get back to tidying up the visuals. So where are we now? What have we got here? Right, so Chasing Dissent. Right, what's happening here? Right, so we need the first frame, so we need a copy of this. Start there. No, that's not what they say. That's not what they say, is it? No, anyway. But yeah. And back to last frame. Drag it out. Check it. Well, anyway. But yeah, I mean, I can't accept that. Well, Rona. Yes, well, Rona indeed. Well, Rona. Right, another copy of this. So we'll just swip that across. That looks all right. Well, Rona, the 95% target was pre-COVID, and as you know, anything that was set in... And last frame, pull it back. There we go. Anything that was set... Let's just check that. I do. The best person for any job that... So now we're creating subtitles. This is always fun, as you can imagine. Sometimes subtitles don't play well with me. Oh, it's analysing. 30 seconds remaining. So how long's this video so far? That's nearly 2 hours. Bloody hell, this is going to have to be cut down, isn't it? Yeah, you're not going to sit and watch me for 2 hours down click, point, click, point, click. Yeah, editing's a long and soul-destroying process. But it's a dirty job. Somebody's got to do it. There's the subtitles. Let's have a look at them then. Let's have a look at them. Now the chair. Right.
Now, the chair of BMA Scotland, Dr. Ian Kennedy, recently said...
See, C's fit, not seeds. So what we do is we just click in there and we can change it. We can change it. It's underneath. It's underneath where my face is just now. But basically, there's a little screen there that lets me change the text, so I can fix the subtitle. No, I put space in. That was stupid. Right. Okay. Back to the. It's doing pretty well subtitle wise. To be fair, it's doing all right.
If you or any of your family, God forbid, got ill and you had to phone an ambulance, go to A&E, I mean, would you have confidence in the service you were going to get?
I mean, we did. We had to do that in Hogmanay.
Yeah, well, did you see that? We had to do that in Hogwarts. Oh, jeez, that's a scream. We had to do that in Hogwarts. No, it wasn't Hogwarts, you plunker. I can say what I like, not can't.
That's bound to put more pressure on the...
I might be the most boring speaker in the whole world, but you're just going to have to put up with me. You might have got someone that can actually speak rather than like an automated robotic voice.
15 years. More frequently, colleagues and I are having to work with it
Oh my god, try put some inflection in it, mate.
without a break.
Eat cats. They're going to sit and eat cats. Kit Kats. They're going to eat Kit Kats and crack jokes. Eat Kit Kats and crack jokes, sitting in the front of their ambulance. Sitting in the front of their ambulance. How does ambulance become a hand? Sitting in the front of their ambulance. Let's turn the blue light on. Right, thank goodness. Let's come to the end of that. The subtitles have been done roughly. They look okay. Woo, this is the biggest Himza ever. This is a long Himza. So like to thank you for attending this, the making of Himza, the documentary. The only thing left to do now is to deliver it. So we've marked around out points. We've ran through it a number of times, so I think you get the gist. We don't need to run through it again. And we've checked the audio levels. We go to deliver. We go, call it what? NHS broken? NHS broken. I'll start in my video folder. Going in QuickTime, H.265, encoder will be in video. 1920 by 1080. 4K is too much. It takes long enough putting YouTube videos up and then processing it without having to put it up 4K. And maybe someday, but I don't have the money to go to 4K because, I mean, this copes well with 1080, but I don't know if I'd want to be, well, I wouldn't be editing in 4K anyway, I'd use proxies. Anyway, restrict to 30,000 kilobytes. Yep, that's fine. Had to render, hold on, let me check. Fairlight, audio, what do I want to do? Do I want to dialogue leveler? Do I want a voice isolation, or do I want to clean it up a bit? Or do I want to leave it kind of dirty? See, sometimes I think Himza works better when he's got a kind of dirty soundtrack behind him. Let's just leave it, because these take ages. They really add to your delivery times. So that's us ready to go. Add to render queue. Let's render it. Let's see how long it's going to take. Rendering. I don't know why I keep slipping into a kind of fake English accent. 6 minutes, that's not bad. 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Yeah, it's going through it all right. Oh, shit. Stop. Made an error, didn't I? Stop the render. Hold your horses. So what did I forget to do? I forgot to do subtitles, because I don't want subtitles to simplify. I want subtitles burned in, so you can read them. So we need to burn the subtitles into the video. So now we add it back, just replace what we've already done, and start rendering again. Let's see if that makes a difference to render time. No. Maybe. Render times are around about 7 minutes now. 5 minutes. 4 minutes. Maybe all right. 5 minutes. 5 minute render. That's okay. Well, thank you very much for attending this making of Himza behind the scenes with me, John. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, why are you watching it? And how did you get to this part in the video? That's just mental. But if you do like it, let me know. Comment. I'll read every comment, even the bad ones, and I reply to most. So